Alrighty then, time to get back to the Wolf Among Us and see what we can do with the crooked old man, because it's kind of... I don't know how they're going to end this one. What's my newest achievement? I have no idea what my new one is. That one! That was my new achievement. What is it? Grandmaster will unlock all Book of Fables entries in Episode 5. Oh. Well, alright. And what were my Book of Fables? Which ones are new? Doesn't matter. Back to the game.
Hello, Bigby.
Hi, Crooked.
Tired?
Give me one good reason not to rip you apart right now.
This gun holds 6 rounds of specially designed silver bullets. Now, I may not be the best shot, but I can guarantee that at least one
Not going to shoot him yet.
its mark.
Not going to kill him or
and
nothing.
You'll find yourself rolling on the floor in agony, unable to heal yourself. Without Swinehart to save you, you'll die. Is that reason enough for you? Before you do anything with me, I thought I should point out a few things. Snow
Yeah, I
White
want to hear
wants
what he
you
has
to
to
bring
say
you back
first.
to the woodlands, doesn't she? And that's what I want.
Yes.
You plan
Wait,
to do
what?
she says, don't you?
That's right. But what happens to you once you get there is a different story.
I'm not quite finished. You
Okay.
will bring me back alive.
I will.
Look, all I ask for is the chance to speak for myself in front of the community. And I'm sure Miss White would agree that I should be given a fair trial. Can
This
we
ought
at
to
least
be
agree
good.
on that? I will have a trial.
Why?
Are we clear?
The whole town will be calling for your execution. Why would you want me to bring you back there?
Why don't you let me worry about that?
That's confusing.
Look, there's no reason for us to be at each other's throats here.
That's funny, coming from a guy pointing a gun at my head.
This is just a precaution. I'm sure you understand. I'm
I
no
don't.
murderer, Mr. Wolf. I didn't
Really?
kill those women. And I think you know that. All I'm asking for is a chance to explain my side of the story.
Maybe you didn't carry it out. But I don't think Georgie was lying when he said you ordered their deaths.
Georgie would have said anything to save himself. We both know that. I'm a businessman, not a killer.
There's still a lot you have to answer for.
Yeah, really.
And I will, as long as you agree to my terms. Because I'm
I
not
could just
saying
kill you
another
now.
word until I'm brought before the community.
I could just eat you.
I don't mean to belabor
You know?
the point, but just so we're clear, if you change your mind and decide to do something stupid,
Like eat you?
you won't get your answers. But you will have a difficult time explaining yourself to Miss White and the rest of this miserable town.
What's he doing?
You're often reckless, and I worry you're not thinking of the... Let me ask you an honest question.
Wait,
What
wait,
do you
wait, wait.
really care about here? Where this case is
Justice?
concerned, I mean. Do you really want the truth? Or do you just want to look like the hero? Because those are two very different things.
This is about protecting Fabletown. When some asshole murders 2 of our people, it's my job to bring them down.
Then why are you here? You know who murdered them.
But you told him to. You're still complicit.
Georgie. He's dead, isn't he?
How?
My point being, the killer has been dealt with. You've won.
No.
You really think
you were
I'm
still
that
behind
stupid?
them.
I understand
really?
you have an obligation to bring me in, but you can brighten up a little. It's over. So, shall we get going? I'd rather not dawdle.
I'm bringing him in.
You know, I'm actually looking forward to seeing Miss White again. My previous interactions
I'm gonna
with
bring
her
him
have
in.
gone rather well.
All right, let's go. Hand over the gun.
I think I'd rather hold on to it, if you don't mind. What do you say? Fine.
There you go.
I'm sure
Thank
Miss White
you.
will be pleased. Such a reliable pup. I understand why she'd want to keep you around.
You're under arrest. You'll be given a
Call me
trial
whatever
in
you
front
want.
of your peers. And your punishment will follow.
I wonder why he wanted a trial. Really, why would he want a trial? I'm confused. I don't remember.
I know. But we have to do something.
Are you fucking kidding me?
When is this thing happening?
Are we sure he's coming?
Yes, you'll have an opportunity to...
Oh, look what we got.
He's back.
The Crooked Man.
Thank God.
Motherfucker.
Are you okay?
Oh, right.
It's been hours. We were worried you'd run into some trouble. At the Crooked Man's place.
Well, he didn't make it easy.
What happened?
It doesn't matter. He's here. We got him.
We can talk about it later. You did well, Sheriff. I'm surprised. Not that
What?
you did well, but that, you know...
That I didn't eat somebody?
I'm just glad you made it back in one piece.
Wow, you're not very trusting, are you?
It's about time you showed up. Now throw this asshole down the fucking well.
Yes, what are you
What do
waiting
you have to say for yourself?
My
You
wife
killed
is
Lily!
dead
was my
Where the
sister.
fuck do you get
Oh,
off?
this is
You
You
gonna
think
get
you have the
good.
right to just do this to
you
people?
said.
You're a fucking crook!
This. You should be ashamed.
Shithole.
Everyone, can I have your attention? Thank you all for coming here on such short notice. I know normally we'd schedule a formal hearing, but considering the circumstances, I thought it best if we do this as soon as possible.
This ought to be good.
The Crooked Man is charged with the murder of
As I
Faith
already
and...
informed your sheriff, it was Mr. Georgie Porge who killed those women, not me.
What? It was Georgie?
Georgie.
I don't mean to interrupt you, Miss White, but I thought it would be unwise to proceed with such faulty information.
Georgie may have killed them, but you made the call.
Do I have to explain the situation to you again?
Wait a minute.
Yes,
So you're
'cause you
saying
haven't yet.
Georgie's the motherfucker who killed my sister? Well, where is he?
Yeah, you're gonna bring that shithead in too, aren't you?
No, he's
Yes,
dead.
Sheriff. Where is that rotten scoundrel now?
Is he still out there?
Sincerely hope not.
Well, where is he?
Georgie was a victim of this psycho, too. He was pushed into the whole thing and now he's dead.
He's... what?
Dead.
I didn't kill him.
So you see, the culprit has been punished. There's no
That
need
doesn't
for
change
this.
anything. We'll deal with it later, but right now, you're the one
Watch
I'm
him end up
concerned with.
getting-
You
off.
called the shots. Georgie made that perfectly clear.
In which case, you still have a lot to answer for.
I
and
was
I
told
don't...
I would be allowed to speak.
We have to read the rest of the charges.
What other charges?
If you'd wait a moment.
I'm well aware of my rights, Miss White.
Let her finish. Then you can have your say.
Got it?
If you insist.
You are charged with the murder of Faith and Lily, which Georgie carried out on your order, inciting violence against various members of the Fabletown community, including the attempted murder of Sheriff Bigby Wolf,
Twice.
There was that.
A misunderstanding.
aiding and providing monetary support for the forced prostitution at the Pudding and Pie. Additionally, you are charged with multiple counts of fraud, extortion, racketeering, and the illegal possession and sale of magical artifacts.
And resisting arrest.
Oh, yes. Now, is there anything you would like to say?
And kidnapping Crane.
First of all, I had nothing to do with Faith and Lily, so you can strike
That's not
that
true.
one from your little record book.
That's not true.
Bullshit! Like hell you didn't.
Stop the charade. We know you're involved.
Come on, it's obvious.
And there's all the other crap he's done.
Everyone just shut up for a minute. You wanted a chance to talk, well go ahead.
What?
We all know he's guilty. What the fuck does he need to speak for?
The Crooked Man has committed crimes against this government and, most
Okay.
importantly, its citizens. These charges, if proven, are enough to justify death, upon which your body will be committed to the witching
Where it
well.
fucking belongs.
That's
So
right.
let's get
But
on
we
with it
promised
then.
you a chance to defend yourself, and I won't rob you of that right.
What the
You're
fuck?
really going
This
to let
is
him
about
talk?
Oh, we
justice.
kinda gotta do
if
it
we're
right.
ever going to pull ourselves together and make something of this town, we have to start doing things correctly. No more snap judgments, no more secrets. We are going to treat everyone fairly, even when they don't deserve it.
Unfortunately, that's the way it is.
This is ridiculous.
Go on. Have your piece.
You have
This
the
ought to
floor.
be good. Knock yourself
Thank
out.
you, Miss White. You've all met Georgie. I don't have to tell you what kind of person he was. He was a total scoundrel, lacking in any sort of moral fiber. I hired him as a favor to his family, you see. A promise kept to a dying mother.
How
Are
sweet.
you gonna get to your point or what?
Georgie was working for me, yes. But he was not acting on my behalf when he killed those women. It was his business. And for whatever reason, I'm sure only he could understand, he murdered 2 of his most faithful employees.
Which makes no
I
sense.
had nothing to do with it.
Tell the fucking truth
He's
for once.
always been a bit of a powder keg. It was only a matter of time before something like this happened.
Georgie seemed pretty convinced he didn't have a say in the matter.
He clearly misunderstood my intention.
Really?
I would never
Yeah,
authorize such
complete
an act.
misunderstanding.
Any of you actually believe this bullshit?
Holly,
No.
please.
Tell them, Bigby. When you finally showed up at my door last night, wasn't I more than helpful? I answered your questions. I was willing to cooperate.
What's he talking about?
Yeah, and your goons attacked me. Did you forget that part?
They get a bit carried away
Oh
sometimes.
my,
it's true.
just boys being
Loyal to the
boys.
end. They
God.
do it because they want to protect me, as I protected them. You understand wanting to protect what you care about, don't you? You'd do anything. You might even give up an innocent man, just to save someone.
They didn't want
What's
to
he
protect
talking
you.
about?
Yeah, right. They don't do it because they want to protect you. You intimidate people. Use scare tactics. They're afraid if they don't follow orders, they'll end up dead.
Let me explain this to you. My employees are just that. Hired help. I see
Really?
some of them are here among you. They are not my slaves. They are all free to make their own decisions, as Georgie was.
You're not serious. I know what you do to people. I've seen it firsthand. What you did to Faith. The way you manipulated her. Do you really think any of those girls were free? Do you really think Faith wanted
I'm sorry,
to...
Lawrence. I'm sorry that your wife came to me for help, and I'm sorry that I decided against my best judgment to give her a distasteful job.
Right, and you kept them in debt so they couldn't leave.
Yeah. That's what you did to us. How you kept us all in
You
line.
forget it was not me who put you in that position. You all act like I'm some kind of tyrant.
Oh yeah.
When your government abandoned you, left you poor and helpless, sniveling on street corners, I was there to look out for you.
At a significant cost.
Yes, but
Wasn't I?
You're the fucking problem here, not us.
Really? What about Auntie Greenleaf? Her story is not uncommon. She left everything she had back in the homelands. Everything that matters, anyway. With
Yeah,
nowhere
so?
else to turn, she came to me for help. And what did I do for you?
You got my tree back.
I got her tree back. And in turn, we
Oh,
used her
he's gonna
magic to
con these
all
people into
Fable's
saying,
good
yeah.
planners. Because I helped her, she was able to make a living, provide for herself. And what did they do?
For the longest time, not much. But they asked me to come work for them.
Really? The new deputy mayor wants you on the 13th floor.
No. The wolf offered me the job. She wanted my tree destroyed. If she had her way, I'd be hung out to dry on a clothesline by now.
What?
you were gonna burn her tree? Snow, why would you want that?
Is that true?
Snow?
Don't blame Snow, she had her reasons. Greenleaf was using her magic to help Crane and the Crooked Man. That's why Snow wanted your tree burned.
That's not why.
It wasn't her fault.
You can lie to yourself, but you can't lie to me. You hated
So,
Crane, and you hated
yeah.
him for wanting to fuck you, and you being too soft to notice what he'd do to get it. It had nothing to do with the Crooked Man.
We've made some mistakes. I've made some mistakes. But believe me,
Mistakes?
I truly want what's
I've
best
made
for
a
this
few.
town.
But then again,
And that may not
Goofy
always be
dimension.
clear right away. But I want you all to know that I care deeply about all of you. And so does the sheriff.
which is why I've never killed anybody.
Right.
I can't promise you perfection. No one can. But I can promise to always have your best interests at heart.
Like you did with her?
Maybe you haven't noticed, but we've been doing all this to protect you. We're trying to stop people like him.
The Crooked Man's been exploiting you. Exploiting your hope for a better life. You would go
I
to
hope I
him
do
for
this
help,
well.
and he would take that weakness and add it to his strength. And if things didn't fall exactly his way, someone would die.
He took Faith and Lily from us. And while we can never get them back, we can certainly punish who's responsible.
They're right.
You're all still
we got
afraid
one
of
on
him,
our side.
even now. But you needn't be. His contamination of this town is over, and those girls will have their justice.
Even though Andy Greenleaf joined us. Woo! I got everybody to join us.
Very good. Very
For
good.
what good it
The
does.
sentiment is surely appreciated, Miss White. But it doesn't disguise the fact that these accusations are completely unfounded. The
Really?
sheriff simply doesn't have a particle of evidence linking me to the...
Georgie was working for you. Bigby got a
A
confession
confession that nobody heard. Now, I'm no barrister, but I think such a statement would carry more weight if Bigby weren't the only one to whom Georgie spoke. Especially given Bigby's history.
What are you talking about?
Snow?
So, are we done?
And what about your history? All you've done to this fucking town.
What do you mean there's no evidence?
Maybe.
Somebody
maybe
better
he's-
believe me.
I mean, this doesn't feel right, how we're doing this.
Wait, what?
I just
Of
need-
course it's right. This man tormented all of you for profit. Georgie
Let me
killed
just
them.
make sure I understand you. You're trying to say that I'm responsible for what Georgie did because he was working for me at the time, yes?
Yes.
Of course. Where are you going with this?
If I'm to blame for Georgie's mistakes, shouldn't Miss White be held accountable for Bigby's actions as well?
I
Like
haven't
what?
killed anybody.
How about the way he treated poor Tweedledee when he was in your custody? He
I
was
didn't hit him.
beaten to mashed apples while under your watch.
Under my
Not
watch.
by me.
Maybe he's right.
Did you think we'd all just let that go?
You can't be serious.
That was different.
What? You think you shouldn't be held accountable?
That was Bluebeard, not me.
He was a murder suspect.
Besides, Crane was still deputy mayor when that happened. Right before you decided to kidnap him.
Oh
It
yeah,
was
we
for
forgot
his
that
own
one.
protection.
Really?
Oh, you're right, dear. Crane was in charge. Sometimes it's hard to tell the difference.
That's enough.
So, you won't answer for your employees' behavior, but I must perish for
This
mine.
is completely different.
I did not order those two girls dead. It simply never happened.
Oh, he's gonna
killed
con
Faith
his
and
way
Lily.
out of this.
End of story. They want to
OJ
scapegoat
all over
me
again.
for their own tangled ends, but they refuse to answer for their own crimes.
This isn't right.
Oh, please.
This isn't the point.
We'll deal with them after we deal with you.
Listen, I
The
know.
laws apply when we need them to.
Bluebeard, please.
What's that supposed to mean?
Everyone calm down. This isn't
I
the
mean, a
reason we're
certain
here.
level of privilege should be afforded to
To who?
This is how
Wait,
it's
wait,
always
wait.
been.
This is what I'm talking about.
Stop!
We lashed our ropes to
screwing
this
things up.
diseased world, and ever since, which one of us has been there for you? Who filled your lives with the promise of more? Who was there while they
The
idly
promise.
played in their towers, judging you, treating you as mindless children, too stupid to command your own destiny? Without me, who will pay your rent when you're on the verge of eviction?
Alrighty, I'm going to cut this right here because, well, it just went way too long. So when I just kind of suddenly pop in and say, hey, this is the end of this one, it's because, well, it took way longer than I thought to finish and I didn't see any good place to stop. So I just kind of chopped it right in the middle. All right, we'll get back to this in just a few moments and get the finale of The Wolf Among Us. Stay close. Oh,